not a game, it's a rich thing.
Hey y'all, it is Tasha. I am back with another video. Thank you so much for stopping into my channel. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's just jump into the video, okay? This is season 6 of Love is Blind, episode 11. First off, let me just get this out the way. I am disappointed that we didn't get any weddings this episode. Like, why did we not get at least one wedding by the end of this episode? That means the episode next week is probably going to be like an hour and a half long in order to fit in all of the weddings. But I digress. That's just my mini complaint about the episode. Anyway, we're going to jump right into the episode. So the episode picks up right where episode 10 left off. They're still at the pool party. The guys are talking about Matt, and they tell AD that he looks like Clark Kent. And she's like, say what now? Does he really look like Clark Kent? And they were like, yeah, girl. And she looked like she was a little bit intrigued. Yes, he does look like Clark Kent. But child, you know what's going on mentally with Matthew. You don't want them problems, all right? We then see Sarah Ann, and I think it's Alejandra from the pod show up to the pool party. Child, you can feel the tension through the screen with Sarah Ann and Laura. We see Chelsea and Trevor, they talk. She was like, she followed him on IG. Trevor said as soon as he got his phone, he looked her up on Instagram. She tells Trevor that you are definitely her type. She's like, and he knows that. Jimmy knows that. Okay, girl. Trevor tells her that her decision still did not make sense to him. And I'm like, she wanted to be Jessica. Do you see Jessica? Do you see her? Okay, case closed. He asks her again if there would have been a different outcome if I would have went first. And she says, no, just, I had already committed, girl. The lies, the lies, the lies. Stop it. We then again hear a very similar story of what Jimmy just told Jessica, that Trevor is like, she tells Trevor, you were my number one up until the last day. She tells him that she thinks life with him would have been fun and easy, that he really would have loved her. He tells her that, she's pretty, and he affirms her. Like, I know Trevor has had his woes on the internet as of late, but Chelsea, you really missed it with Trevor. Trevor was your guy, okay? This man looked like he would have adored you in the pods, and still right now, he loves even physically what you look like. When we know Jimmy feels some kind of way about you saying you look like Megan Fox and you lied to him about that, okay? So, girl, you should have stopped being petty and went with what your heart said, okay? But she tells him about her and Jimmy's argument and says it was really hard. And then she starts to, of course, to cry to get sympathy. And he's like, do you not want to talk about it? And she's like, no. She tells him it's hard not to think about him sometimes. And I'm just sitting here like, girl, what? If Jimmy would have said these things to Jessica, you would have flipped the freak out. So why do you now think it is appropriate for you to tell Trevor, like, she was looking and talking to Trevor like, dang, I really messed up out here. I really messed up. This man would have been amazing for me and to me. I really messed up, because you sitting here still saying you can imagine a life with him. Things will be fun and easy with him. Why you ain't saying that about your fiance, honey? Questions that need answers. Questions that need answers. But anyway, Trevor wishes that they would be able to see what would have happened if, a little Raven-Symoné see into the future, if it would have been us instead of you and him, what that would have looked like. Child, the whole time they talking, Jimmy really doesn't care. And that says a lot compared to when he was talking to Jessica, okay? Chelsea then says that Amy and Johnny are the strongest couple when somebody's looking at them. And she's like, look at the strongest couple here. And Jimmy is standing right there. And Jimmy gets upset. And y'all, first of all, Jimmy, y'all ain't the strongest couple, because then they started talking about, well, we're right behind them. We're right with them. I want y'all to stop spreading these lies as if we are not watching what is happening with our own eyes. We see what is happening. This is not just some imaginary fairy tale. We can see what is happening. Like, stop it. But also, I felt that Jimmy was at this point maybe trying to pick a fight and see if can we get back into that same place that we was in, where I was about to leave her and then I can leave her and go with Jessica. Like, because to me, he kind of really got upset about it. And it was not that big of a deal, but they just go back and forth kind of, baby, but I didn't mean it. I love you. Give me a kiss. In this whole awkward whispering, arguing voice that they are both having. But it's like, y'all need to let this relationship go. Put us out of our misery. Okay. We then see Laura and Jeremy. They talk from the first time of, her leaving the apartment. And he lets us know that one of the first texts back to him, because he was texting her, see how she's doing, trying to get her address to send her flowers. And he said that the first text he got back from her was, isn't it sad that, your name changed from fiance in my phone to Jeremy? Okay, Laura, I guess you thought you ate with that, but no. And then she says when he asked for her address to send the flowers, she was like, I declined nicely. And he was like, no, you didn't. She's like, read the text messages. And he was just like, it just was not nice. And knowing Laura the way we know Laura and her attitude, it was not nice. You did not say no, thank you for the flowers. I'm sure it's like, you don't need to know why I MF and stay, okay? No, you're not getting my MF address. It's probably something along the lines of that coming from Laura, okay? But because he is kind of not agreeing with how she is saying the chain of events went, she then starts to flip. And she's like, you keep flipping things around on me. You're in love with somebody else and you don't know how to handle it. Like, she just starts going off, telling him he's not prepared for marriage, or nor needing to protect someone's heart. Like, she is, when I say standing on business, Laura is standing on business, okay? And she is saying, well, I'll come by the apartment and get the rest of my stuff. And he was like, say less. The stuff is already packed up and ready for you. And then she's like, say what now? You touch my stuff and you pack my stuff? This is supposed to be my mic drop moment, not you overshadowing my mic drop by telling me you got my stuff packed and ready to go. These two was hilarious to me. I don't care. She tells him that he isn't man enough for her and he can do whatever he wants with whoever the F he wants. She continues to cuss him out. And again, while Jeremy is terrible, Laura, all this pomp and circumstance was not necessary because y'all aren't together. We had made that clear once you decided to walk out and leave. So it's like, why are we then putting out all this animosity and all this anger towards a man that you're no longer going to be with? Like, it just, to me, it was unnecessary. Great TV, but unnecessary in a grand scheme of things. So we then see AD and Sarah Ann. They're talking. She asks her, you don't think it was a little bit outlandish for you to be DMing this man that is engaged to somebody else, let them know that you're still interested? And Sarah Ann is trying to talk, and AD continues to kind of ask her the same question a different way. She asks if Jeremy left the door open for the two of them, and Sarah Ann essentially says yes from her perspective, because she can really read him based on how she got to know him in the pods. Sarah Ann says she didn't really tell him how she felt in the pods because she didn't want to have this pick-me energy, but she also wishes that she did to see maybe if things would have turned out differently. So the whole late night combo they had, late night / early morning combo that they had just a couple days ago, she confirms with Jeremy that the conversation was what it was. He did not come into my apartment. He just dropped me off and we talked some more. So she is cooperating with the story that either really happened or they've discussed together to tell everybody what happened. But AD definitely keeps pressing. She is getting the tea. Sarah Ann told her that Jeremy told her that he was breaking things off with Laura. AD is like, be honest, like sending him a DM is wild because he made his choice. His choice was not you. But Sarah Ann is like, hey, but my feelings deserve to be heard as well because I did not have that opportunity. I see both sides of it because it ain't like, yes, they were engaged, but listen, y'all was engaged and knew each other all for a total of 3 weeks. This is not like this was some 2-3 year long relationship that they had in the making, and he didn't have this other connection with Sarah Ann. But also, AD, mind your business. Why does it matter to you anyway? We know you are Team Laura, but why is it really worth this energy as well for Sarah Ann? No. So Sarah Ann and Jeremy, they then leave to go talk because, you know, everybody's kind of looking at the two of them crazy. It's a lot of tension based on what's happening, but they go walk away. And again, y'all know Laura and Jeremy was not going to say yes at the altar. So let these people live. Sarah Ann says that the message to him was not bad in her opinion. Jeremy agrees and says that, you know, it did not sway his decision either way. Y'all, again, I don't really have a dog in this fight because I don't care for any of these people. But girl, you just should not have sent the DM. Like, you could have sent a DM and omitted the part of if you have a change of heart, holla at me or whatever you said. You could have left that part off. But also, y'all, I don't care. I just don't care. But she starts to cry and says it's hurtful that basically all the women there are trying to act like she's some sort of home wrecker. Laura, in my opinion, her mouth is loud enough. She's strong enough that I don't understand why she has to have these army of people kind of backing her up or bashing Jeremy along with her. Like, that is their business. Let them people have their business. And y'all worry about all y'all relationships, just like Sarah Ann said. Get out of my business and worry about what's going on with yourself, okay? But Jeremy says he does not regret talking to her and says that he made the wrong decision in the pods. And I'm like, Jeremy, this ain't the first or the last time this has happened, honey. Bliss and Zach, this ain't the first or the last time this has happened, sir. So then Sarah Ann and Jeremy, they basically give everybody the kiss my ass because they go ride jet skis and have fun while Laura is over here in a confessional crying. It is just, I ain't gonna lie, some of this is hilarious because we know if the roles were reversed in regards to the Chelsea, Jimmy, Jessica situation, that Laura would be going up for Jessica if she essentially stole Jimmy away from Chelsea. So it's all fake and phony. Let's move on from it. However, before we move past the cookout, did y'all notice how many times Chelsea was telling Jimmy that she loved him and she was kissing up on him? Like, she was definitely making it known and throwing it in Jessica's face. Like, this is my man, my man, my man, my man. He chose me. He did not choose you. I guess Chelsea. Okay. Then we see Jimmy and Chelsea go carve an ice sculpture for their wedding. They tell each other how excited and in love they are until they believe it as well. AD and Clay, they go design some sneakers for their wedding, which is really cute. We then see Amy and Johnny also planning their wedding. She tells them how she intends on hyphenating her last name because that's what they do in their culture. They then talk about this whole birth control gate yet again. He says he went and researched a vasectomy and he did not realize how severe a vasectomy was. And I just had to roll my eyes. I've had 2 children. Women have kids every day, yes. But do you know how severe it is having a baby, sir? Either pushing it out of your hoo-ha or having it cut out of your stomach. Do you know how severe that is compared to a vasectomy? Jeremy, stop playing in our faces, okay? I mean, not Jeremy, sorry, Johnny. Stop playing in our faces. So, of course, now he's like, as a male, I don't have many options because, you know, the birth control is still kind of in trial error, and I don't really want to put that in my system, but yeah, you want her to put birth control in her system? How about just put a condom on? That works too, okay? Okay. Anyway, now Amy is considering birth control because she's like, our physical attraction is an 11 out of 10. And I'm just ready to, I just look forward to having a healthy sexual relationship with my husband. Okay, Amy. So it's a week before the weddings and the girls go wedding dress shopping. Of course, Vanessa with her annoying self shows up. The guys go tuxedo shopping. Nick shows up. Amy brought her mom and her best friend. Of course, Amy mom starts crying immediately because she says, you know, it's a lot to digest, but she's still happy. AD is shopping with her 2 sisters and her little adorable niece. And I'm just wondering, but did they meet Clay? Because the mama did, but did they meet her? Clay is shopping with his 2 friends. And I said, where is your cheating daddy, Clay? We want to see him on the screen too, okay? Chelsea is with her sister and best friend. And I'm just assuming because of scheduling sometimes with these shows, that's why we only have one mama show up at the bridal shop to pick out these dresses. So the girls try on dresses. Oops, y'all, I done lost my nose. Give me... Hold, please. All right, so the girls try on the dresses. The guys try on their suits. Guys, y'all know, it's usually pretty boring with them picking out tuxedos. Definitely, I noticed with Clay's homeboys, I feel like they y'all just went from puppy love to forever love. Woo! So they may be having some side conversations with Clay when the cameras go off. Okay. When it comes to the girls, Chelsea's dress, it was cute. It was fitting for her body type. AD, both of her dresses, a little too basic for me, but showed off her body, yada, 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 yada. Amy's dress, child, it was just a sparkly version of what she always wear when it comes to a dress with her dramatic wing eyeliner. Is all I got from dress shopping. So next we see AD and Clay go on a date that he set up for them. She's excited that all this is finally happening for her. Clay says he feels so much stronger, with her. And I said, of course you do, because AD is ready to carry you on her back. Y'all, I apologize, but Jesus, the things that Clay has said, he has benefited so much from being with AD. Well, sir, what are you giving to her is the question. So we then see Amy and Johnny enjoying a little camp date with his man bun in full effect. Please, dear God, for the weddings, let him cut his hair. Jimmy and Chelsea, we see them go to Carowinds, an amusement park, which they seem to have all to themselves. They ride roller coaster, they play the games, and all I can think about is, I wonder what Chelsea is going to complain about when they get home. But she says the entire time she's had to check in with herself to really see if she could spend forever with him. And today she finally can see that. And I was like, today, just days away from the wedding, you can finally see you want to marry him, girl. And that's enough for you to get married. Okay, he asks her how she feels about basically the answer she's going to have on the wedding day, because he's like, we haven't talked about that. So I'm thinking Jimmy is like, I just need to be prepared. So if you go first, I know what you're going to say. Or if I know you're going to say no, then if I go first, I don't feel so bad saying no at first. And then she says, and the episode goes off. Like, Netflix, Love is Blind. This is not the cliffhanger y'all thought it was going to be, because we all know Chelsea just wants to get married and she is just infatuated with Jimmy. So yes, she's going to be prepared to say yes at the altar. Like, y'all could have just gone ahead and showed us that, but I digress. We will wait until next week to get all of the weddings, I'm assuming, because my Netflix shows only 2 more episodes, 1 more of the weddings next week, and then the next episode is supposed to be the reunion. So, child, I'm more so looking forward to the reunion than I am these weddings, because I really hope the reunion was filmed recently, and I hope that it can speak to some of the information that has been going on present day online, so that we can really get answers into what the heck is going on with, Trevor, what the heck is going on with Jeremy. We need the answers of y'all potentially being foul out here in these streets. But let me know what y'all thought about this episode. We will be back next week to see who gets married for the last time. Drop your comments below of who you think are actually going to get married, even if it's the couple itself, or who's going to say yes or no within the individuals of the couple, y'all. Let me know your thoughts below, and I'll catch y'all next week. Peace.